I don't know what course of action you plan on taking in this, but I can tell you for myself, give me liberty or give me death.
All right, that was Charles Dyer when he was free and making YouTube videos. This is the latest address I have for him at Lexington, Oklahoma Department of Corrections. This is on the Year of Jubilee website. And he's also got a Facebook page where you can go learn about his case. His mother is his biggest supporter and biggest advocate. And the latest I heard was he's working on his appeal, and they were asking people to write to the judge. I think that's still true as far as I know. I'm sure the Facebook page will have the latest. But Charles has released a statement. I have not read it. My wife said it's powerful. I'm going to read it for the first time with you guys together. The statement is in a PDF file, and it is on Charles's webpage. So if you go to Year of Jubilee and click on Charles's page, you'll have Operation Floodlight, which is a document that's needed to understand the details of his case. And if you scroll down, you're going to see Charles Dyer's statement, December the 12th, 2017. So let's go ahead and read it. Try to make it just a little bit bigger. All right. Letter was written today. I pray that you pass this along and get it out to as many people as possible beyond just this YouTube channel. We want to get Charles's statement out to many people as we can. It says this letter was written by I, Charles Dyer, July 4th Patriot, December 17th, 2017. Greetings to my brothers and sisters in arms. I hope this letter finds you in good health and spirits. First, I want to thank everyone for continuing to write. It lifts my spirits to know that I've not been forgotten. It can be lonely within the confines of steel and concrete. I am writing this as an update to the situation that I found myself in. The last few years have done much to destroy my faith in the so-called justice system. After years of screaming from the rooftops concerning how the state of Oklahoma has trampled my rights, and years of the court system turning its back on me, I can say it's difficult not to become a little jaded. After a couple of years of fighting, I've exhausted my state appeal rights at this point. I appealed at all levels and showed clearly that the law demands my release, as there is no evidence to sustain a conviction, not to mention nearly 50 counts of provable perjury that the state used against me. The state of Oklahoma failed to answer a large portion of my claims and could present no evidence whatsoever to corroborate their allegations nor explanations for the perjury they used. However, being that I am a pro se litigant without the privilege of an attorney to fight for me, the courts never even gave my case a cursory glance. Instead, simply crumpling my papers up, throwing them in the trash, and issued a cookie-cutter denial, sentencing me to spend virtually the rest of my life in prison without so much as an explanation of how my legal assertions are incorrect. Therefore, I have since filed a habeas corpus appeal to the federal courts. This was filed in August 2016. Due to the fact that it's a very complex case in the legal sense, it could take years to be resolved, and once again, I find myself pro se because I cannot afford an attorney. Common sense would also lead me to the conclusion that my case will be denied on just this fact alone. When no one is looking, our government will and has enacted grave injustices. But when the public is watching, justice seems to find a way of creeping in. This is the reason I have asked anyone willing to respectfully write the judge reviewing my case. This lets the judge know that people will, in fact, know if he discards or disregards the appeal without proper consideration. It is this reason that I humbly ask that anyone willing continue writing the judge until a decision is made. I sincerely hope that none of you find yourself on this side of the walls of a prison, because I can assure you getting out is next to impossible. Once a government entity has its fangs in you, it will not let go easily. My only hope at this juncture is that the federal courts will pry Oklahoma's jaws from my neck. It is my last hope. That hope is non-existent without your aid. For anyone interested in seeing the federal appeals documents that have been filed in my case, I have requested that they be made readily available for no cost to the public, which my family has done. Also, they have released the address as well as sample letters to the judge involved in the case. If there is any specific piece of evidence or a court document that isn't presented that you might wish to see, I will do my best to make that available if feasible or allowable. I want nothing to be hidden so that the people can see the injustice and that truth be allowed to prevail under the scrutiny of light. For those of you that stand with me, I offer my love and respect. For those of you that call me enemy, I also offer my love and wish no harm to come upon you. For those of you that fail to stand due to apathy, I offer these words. All that is necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. Edmund Burke. I ask you not to make this mistake. I am in need of your help and fear that I will not prevail without it. I fear the evil will overwhelmingly destroy me if men and women of good character do not lend aid. I humbly and respectfully thank all for your taking. Let me read that again. I humbly and respectfully thank you all for taking the time to listen to my words, and I additionally thank you for caring about your countrymen. As a great man once said, we must indeed all hang together, or most assuredly, we shall all hang separately, Benjamin Franklin. As always, dig your foxholes deep, keep your head down and your chin up. Sincerely, Charles Dyer, July 4th Patriot, Semper Fi. That's a letter from Charles Dyer. He's been wrongfully targeted and convicted in a trial where they withheld exculpatory evidence, just like they're doing in the Bundys. For those of us that have studied the case, we know that he's innocent, and he was targeted because he was outspoken for liberty and justice, and he took a stand against the establishment. I pray that Charles's words touches your heart, and I pray that you write him a letter, an encouraging letter over the holidays. And I don't know if this is the proper address for his judge, but he's asked us to write a letter to his judge. This is his Facebook page, and I'm sure that the documents Charles references in his letter will be on his Facebook page, which is maintained by his mother, which is his biggest supporter, and others who love him. So we will also try to put those documents on Year of Jubilee and point to Charles Dyer's Facebook page, so you'll have all the information you need. Thank you for your time, and please write Charles Dyer, keep him in your prayers, and remind him, you know, his father was a preacher. Remind Charles that Jesus is the answer to all of our problems. And even in Charles's situation, Jesus is the answer. Thank you again.